Not sure which artifact to run with your mages? I tested Phoenix Eye, Thunder, Elegy and Mirage Orb. And here's what to work at. And I'm going to make also this test in this video just to show you from point of damage. We're also going to go a little more deep in skills. I'm going to share with you also the synergy with your legions, which artifact is going to fit with which legion. It's not actually what the majority of the people are thinking. For example, Phoenix Eye is for Lilia Velen since it's from season 1, Mirage Orb is for Bertrand Tocher since it's from season 2. You know, there is some synergy that the game actually present us when presenting new heroes. There is a new artifact with this hero and new pet. It's basically the whole cycle. Like in 90% from the time this is going to be the case. This is going to be the best synergy, but artifacts is little more different. And I'm going to start first with why Mirage Orb is S tier. And I'm right now have Mirage Orb in my Bertrand Tocher. It's level 1, and even at the level 1 is doing like 3000 damage and half splash damage to 2 more legion for 1000. Now if you check, for example, what was the other one, not this one, Phoenix Eye is getting this big damage at level 3. You get this big damage at level 1. Why for me this one is actually a S tier, the Mirage Orb? The main reason is because it's a single target and still do some splash damage. And that's why I think is even better from the Infernal Flame. Even though that Infernal Flame is built for Lilia, this is basically the artifact for Lilia, since it's triggered this magic key when your legion do Scorch, and only hero that is doing Scorch is Lilia. Now, for example, here Frost, we have like 2 heroes that is triggering this spell, and this is Wodir and Velen, or I like to call it basically is this spell here. I think Magic Break and here Frost, we have like 2 heroes that have this spell, but specifically for the Scorch is only Lilia, and the damage is not something game changer. Here is like 3 hits, which is, you know, close to 3000 damage. If you look over it, it's like effect the duration is like 3 seconds. But anyway, let's go back to the Mirage Orb. Now Mirage Orb, I'm going to just go out with my Bertrand Tocher. I'm going to create Legion. It's going to be Bertrand and it's going to be Tocher. Now both of them obviously something is 6-star fully awakened, so we have to also keep in mind this. And there is something that I want to mention is the more strong heroes you're having, even from point of stars, that is having defense penetration. Obviously if you have like 2 heroes that is 6-star, you're going to have just from the stars 10% armor penetration, which, you know, can make a difference. And also the artifact damage is based on the damage. Now Bertrand is having 25% more damage in magic unit attack, and Bertrand and Thea is extremely strong with Celestials, just because Thea is giving 15%, it's actually increasing the attack by 15% when it's on the field, and if it's a flying one, extra 10%. And here we have even more attacks, so Thea is basically booster for all of the artifacts. So if you have artifact that is a 5-star, use it with Thea. And if, for example, if you're like me, one artifact 5-star, rest is level 1, use the 5-star with the Thea. So I'm going to attack this one and just going to show you how much damage is going to do the Mirage Orb. It's 3000, but again it's level 1 and it can go far more from 3000. And I'm going to share with you why I really like Mirage Orb and why for me it's a S tier. Here we go, 28k just from the Mirage Orb. Now the important thing that you have to know is I really like this single target, because lately I start seeing more infantry on the battlefield and most of the times they're spreaded. And it's little hard to actually catch like 2 legions, you know, to actually do the splash damage. Especially with the Phoenix Eye, you may actually catch couple legions. Still, Phoenix Eye is a diffused one, but we're going to talk about the Phoenix Eye also. Still, for me, Mirage Orb is that great. Now the skill can actually go up to 6,000. Now I have see Mirage Orb hit for 150k, and it was not on donkeys, just to mention that. This is armor piercing bullet, the Mirage Orb. And of course, this extra skill factor is going to increase by 2000. Artifact damage do every time your legion get a buff effect through the hero skill. They do 7% more artifact skill damage, up to 21%. And of course, with each level can go to 15%. And yeah, most likely here is going to become a bigger and bigger. Now Bertrand have something very important, and maybe from there actually come the big synergy between Bertrand and this Mirage Orb. And this is those stacks. When the Legion do hero skill damage, they get 1 stacks of golden mark for 5 seconds, max 3 stacks. This is one of the things. Increase hero skill damage. We don't have any other boost, but Tohar is having actually, and this is, I think, when this thing finish. Is it this one or this is a garrison? This is when channeling basically the rage skill, Legion get on the link and shelter for 5 seconds. You're going to see basically what buffs is giving. But that's not all. Awakened one is going to give you Keen, which is 35% for 5 seconds. And Tohar is going to execute before your artifact. We have to mention that. So your artifact is going to benefit from this 35% more attack. And in the same time, there is just this one is going to finish. The chain link is going to finish again before the artifact. So most likely you're going to get also boost for artifact from these 2 buffs that the Tohar is giving. So this is just the buffs, but the damage this artifact are doing is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That's why for me, Mirage Orb is a S tier. Now, if I have to compare it with other artifacts, we're also going to go over Thunder Elegy, and I'm going to directly basically jump over Thunder Elegy. Now, Thunder Elegy is an artifact that a lot of people misunderstand, from my personal opinion. Now, they don't like this artifact because it's not having Legion attack. Here you're going to see Legion HP 70%, magic unit attack 40%. Everybody are looking for this artifact that is having a Legion attack, magic attack. Also Phoenix Eye is a suit one. This one is a suit one, a suit one. This is a support one, Breath of Gigantis, but in the same time it's giving again full amount of the damage. So yeah, from point of Thunder Elegy, why I rank this one is just because now obviously you're going to get the best benefits from this artifact at level 1. That's why I didn't actually put a lot of effort in this artifact, but still the damage is doing is like for 5 seconds up to 5 enemy legions. Of course it's doing diffused damage, most of the like 99% from the spells, hero spells, from the artifacts you're going to see diffused damage. Maybe there is one case where you're not going to see diffused damage, in this with Wodir, and that's why I really like Wodir, not gonna lie. Still 350 you get also silence for 5 seconds. This is at level 1. The only thing that additional effect when they inflict numbers upon the enemy legion, well, this legion get resistance, damage taken minus 5% for 3 seconds. Now can go damage taken reduction to 10%, but this is not that important, it's like for 3 seconds. This one is important, the silence and the damage, especially if you level up this artifact. It's like for 5 seconds, 705 seconds, this is 3500, 3750 damage is going to do on the legions. It's going to be diffused, so obviously it's going to be less, but I decided to actually put this artifact here just because of this silence. And you can, when you play with zoom out on the battlefield, many times I actually cannot escape and I move my legion and I don't see why my legion is not moving. It's like something is stunned or something like this. And when I zoom out, I see I'm in the circle of Thunder Elegy, so I cannot even escape. It's a very good against some rushing cavalry. against some rushing infantry and something and stuff like this. So you know it's a good there, but the thing that people don't like is the Legion HP. They want to have attack. I totally understand that, but this artifact can actually bring some extra synergy between the heroes, because if you go over the heroes, for me it's very important not everything to be stuck on the attack. If I check Lilia, you're going to see magic unit attack bonus, magic unit HP. So here we have attack and HP, but some legions are extremely aggressive. Some heroes, for example, Velen is very aggressive hero. Hero skill damage bonus, march speed bonus, hero critical rate, magic unit defense 15%, but no HP here. This is maybe the only defense thing that the Velen is having. Defense reduction, march speed reduction, this, you know, have a percentage chance to actually apply this one. But if you have a legion that is full with attack, you can basically use this artifact there. Now some people are suggesting how to boost how to boost the attack of legion, and this is basically putting your top artifacts at this legion, and obviously this legion is going to do more damage. Yeah, that's correct, but you're sacrificing way more, because the Phoenix Eye can do, for example, 20k, but with the right legion can do 26k, and most of the times this right legion is your strong one of your first or second strongest legion. I mean, the artifacts can get boosts and also pets depending how strong is your heroes. So if you put strong artifact level 5, like it's my Phoenix Eye, rest is level 1 artifacts, if I put it on my weakest legion, yeah, obviously I'm going to actually get some benefit. So I think Thunder Elegy is an artifact that creates some balance to not have, for example, your 5 legion and you see, for example, one of your legion of your 5 legions is having like 20%, you know, from the counter attack and stuff like this, have like 20% the HP out, and one of your legion is 40% HP out. So obviously maybe it's going to be a good idea to put little more survivability over this legion with this artifact, and that and also is doing some damage. It's not some game-changing damage. A lot of people was very not happy with this artifact and the damage this artifact is doing, but the purpose of this artifact is way more different, and that's why I actually put him here, because it's going to bring the balance in your legions. This is one of the things. A second is going to, you know, do some silence and also going to do some damage. For me, this artifact, first of all, is AoE and is very underrated from most of the players. Just let me know in the comments, have you used Thunder Elegy? Are you happy with this artifact? Do you catch people with these circles, stuff like this, especially if the enemy is running? Oh, this is my favorite. It's just enough to slow them down till the infantry charge, and for example Gore's Kog'Maw do the Spirit-Born Torque and taunt them, and they basically enter in one cycle where for 7 seconds they can get destroyed for 7 seconds, not gonna lie. And finally, let's talk about the Phoenix Eye. I think Phoenix Eye is an artifact that even Season 1 people are going to be familiar with. I'm so lucky with this artifact. I don't think I have one more Phoenix Eye somewhere here. No, I get actually exactly 5 of this Phoenix Eye, and for me this artifact is I was surprised back in the days that the game actually present this artifact here, and at same time in the Season 1 was presented, if I remember right, Infernal Flame, and for me Phoenix Eye is way better from the Infernal Flame. Just the damage, this is pure damage, there is no additional effects, nothing, just pure damage, and increasing the targets can go up to 5. For example, Thunder Elegy is adding like it's starting from 5 legions. Here you start with 4 and can go to 5, but yeah, even if you go to 5 it have like diffused damage, but still 4000 for the Season 1 artifact, it's a game changer. And I use this artifact with my strongest legion. I already mentioned why I do that. It's basically not the strong legion, but the legion that is doing the most damage, because obviously from what I'm having as a heroes, Lilia Velin is going to be my, for me personally, is my strongest legion. It's a 6-star, fully awakened, have good pets with them, but those heroes is just not that boosting that much the damage of the legion. Here we have like 15%, and I think from Lilia we have extra 20, this 35. Just Bertrand alone is going to give you not taking damage. Now this is if you don't take damage, which is, you know, something in extra from point of attack, and here you have just 25% boost of the attack. So you see, if you don't get hit, you're going to get 40% just from this hero, 40%. And Lilia Velin is not even having the amount of magic attack that the Bertrand is having. And if you combine him with Thea, this is the best damage output Mage Legion can actually have in Cow Dragon so far. We're waiting for Generation 4, we're going to see what is going to happen there. But yeah, this is the legions, and maybe I'm going to make one example, and I'm going to go Bertrand with Thea. I'm going to put Phoenix Eye. Do it. I'm going to put Celestials. It's going to be flank one. Maybe that was the idea from for the game back in the days, to actually have a flying heroes that is doing so much damage. And yeah, you're going to see just the synergy between Bertrand and Thea. Even though it's going to look very funny on the battlefield because they're going to be the only flying one. Here comes the Phoenix Eye, 34k. So you see the difference. You see the difference that Mirage Orb have and the Phoenix Eye is having. Maybe Thunder Elegy. I didn't actually test Thunder Elegy. So I'm going to create one legion. It's going to be Bertrand Thea. And I'm going to put Thunder Elegy. It's going to be with Celestials again. You're going to see that the output of the damage with your best legion is not going to be that bad. But if you put this artifact with your, if you put your strongest artifact with your weakest legion, obviously this is not going to be a good choice. Maybe have like a legion that is doing like, look, 2.7, 2.7. Yeah, it's not game-changing damage, but better have like 5 legions, and one of the legions can do 100k merits and the others do between 30 and 50. From this to have average like 30 between 50, because you know artifacts is very important in this game. Back in the days we didn't have that much about the artifacts, because there was, you know, people was focusing over the heroes, and till these days they're focusing over the heroes. But with the new mechanics of the game, pets, artifacts is actually from season 1, obviously, so this is not something new, but it was not that popular. Right now, since, you know, people start having awakened heroes and etc, start artifacts and pets to be very, very popular. And artifacts, you know, doing damage, pets are doing damage, so, or doing some healing that's going to increase the survivability. Just the meta shift in Cow Dragons, and right now maybe the heroes is not the most important thing. Obviously it's going to be artifacts and pets, especially with this example that is in the game. I still don't know how much I actually have to do to actually open the example. I actually saved some of the keys, but yeah, this is topic for other game, so other time. So yeah, I guess this will for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share your opinion in the comments below if you want to, you know, share something. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.